Hey guys, it is so great to see everybody in the chat. So excited to see everybody in the chat always. BDF, thanks so much for being here. Welcome in, Keith. So good to see you. William should be along shortly. Can you all hear me okay? Let me know if you can hear me okay. But welcome in, Keith, Mandy Adams. Howdy to you. Kevin, Theme Park Adventure. So good to see you. Welcome in. Adventures by D. Dave, it's good to see you. Welcome in. Gobbles and Giggles. I believe that is, well, I'll let him tell you. I know who that is, I think, and you guys should know too. Kevin, Theme Park Adventure. Welcome in. It's so good to see you. Let's see who else is in the chat. Mandy Adams again. So good to see you. Jonathan. Welcome in. Let's see, have I missed anybody in the chat? Adventures by D. Okay, thanks, Dave, so much. I appreciate that. William will be along shortly. Movie Mania Nick, welcome in. Ethan Armitage. Well, welcome in. So glad you decided to join us tonight. Ethan, we appreciate it. And of course, Movie Mania Nick, welcome in to you. Okay, a lot going on in Disney. Guys, you know, once Halloween is over with, Halloween was last night, we have already turned the page over to Christmas, Thanksgiving, Christmas, but mostly Christmas. And we're going to talk about a lot of that. The merch dropped today. A lot of the Christmas decorations went up. You guys remember Disney used to do, hey, Tina, welcome in. Yes, me too, Tina. Little Terrier. Hey, merry first day of Disney Christmas. Absolutely. So true. You know, Ethan, I haven't seen the movie yet. I will, the new, you're talking about the new Little Mermaid. I haven't seen it yet. So I'll have to watch it. But a lot of times we'll do, reviews and we talk about that on the channel. So I'm sure we'll be talking about that. But yes, Tina, definitely. Definitely a little Terry. Not only did Disney, does Disney say it's Christmas, guys, but Fantasmic is back. Now, Fantasmic, of course, is the fireworks that the nighttime spectacular that we have not seen in over 2.5 years at Disney's Hollywood Studios. Fantasmic is a family favorite for us. I think it's very emotional for a lot of people. Tonight was, Keith, my goodness. Did you see? You made it out okay? Oh my goodness. But yeah, Fantasmic is so very emotional for a lot of us. Tonight was the cast member preview. And so we were watching Resort TV 1. They always are always on top of things. And so we were watching Resort TV 1. And once William gets in, I'll talk a little bit. We'll talk a little bit more about that. But oh my goodness, just I thought it was good. I'll have to go back and look at it a little more closely. I know Tina watched it. I don't know how many of you in the chat watched it, but if you came over from Resort TV 1, thanks so much for being here. We appreciate it. So let's kind of jump right in here. Okay, so yesterday was Halloween. Yesterday was the end of spooky season. Of course, it's always spooky season here on our channel. But what did you guys do for Halloween? Did you go out? Did you stay in and treat spooks? Are you in a neighborhood where you have a lot of trick-or-treaters? My mom, and I know y'all have heard me tell this story before, but my mom taught kindergarten and lower grades. She was an educator of young children for 30 years. And so our house at Halloween, in our neighborhood, our house literally caused a traffic jam. I mean, people knew, if you were a former student, if you were a current student, Mother had years and years and years of kids, coming to the door we've counted before. We always had over 500 spooks. We would, like do the hash marks 1, 2, 3, 4, and count them. We always had 500, but it was incredible. It was an incredible night because everybody wanted to see Miss Parton. Their teacher mother was such a wonderful teacher. And so Halloween was nuts at our house, y'all, when I was little. And my sister Susan and I were always on candy duty. And it was so much fun. We look forward to it every year. Sometimes we kind of, trade out the candy duty a little bit. And then Mother finally got to where she kind of set up like underneath the garage. Our garage faced the street. And she would set up with hay bales, under the garage because all the kids wanted to see Miss Parton. They wanted candy, but they wanted to see Miss Parton. And so Halloween holds a lot of wonderful memories for my sister Susan and I. Susan and I are there. And William has popped into the stream, and he's getting set up, guys. So he'll be in just a minute. But what did you guys do? Now in our neighborhood, we normally have anywhere from 30 to 50 spooks. Last night we had 21, which was a little, some fewer than we used to have, but it was still a lot of fun. And did you guys, we're talking about Halloween just a little bit. William, did you have a good Halloween?
Yeah, we did. Yeah, we had a lot of fun. Did kind of a did a bit of a kind of a picnic of sorts. Our friend Casey and her girls came, and we trick or treated with them. And so she picked up dinner and brought it over. We ate it there in the driveway and
Nice.
handed out some candy to some trick or treaters, and then we went trick or treating ourselves and put out the hold on, I'll go ahead and grab it. Actually, give me a second.
Okay, cool. Yes, absolutely. You do need to go watch it, Mark. Yeah, the cast member preview of Fantasmic was tonight. Here is Williams. I love it. Now, is this a new one or is this the one that you used last year?
I've used this one for like the last 3 or 4 years.
I love it. It. It's the way to candy. Take 2. There you go. 2 pieces. 2 pieces is the.
Now I usually tell them you can take more because we usually stock up pretty well.
Right.
But yeah,
So as y'all are taking Wyatt around the neighborhood, does one of you like walk back and kind of keep an eye on the supply that's in the bowl?
Yeah, so we worked our way a little bit down the street, and then I was like, okay, hey, I'll BRB, let me go fill up the bowl and then come back. And so anyway, I kept it full all the way up till I think 9 o'clock ish last night. And then I'm sure some teenagers came through and probably dumped it all out. But anyway,
that happens kind of every year, doesn't it?
Yeah, well, yeah, it did. Yeah, it happened last year, and I was frustrated because, and they did it, a bit earlier in the night, and honestly, the candy that I had this year, at that point in the night, I was like, if they take it all this year, I'm not going to be as upset, because it was like. It was like 2 different kinds of Twizzlers, Sour Patch Kids, and something else. And so I was like, I'm not going to be brokenhearted if we don't have that.
So what you're saying is you put out the B string. There was no.
Yeah. It was at that point in the night. It was definitely B team.
Right.
So anyway. And so it was a bit more strategic. I'll probably stick with that approach going forward, to where the later it gets in the night, the selection.
Welcome in. Thanks for popping in.
The selection is not as good.
Yeah. Now, see, we on the other hand, I had Milky Way, Three Musketeer, Snickers, Twix, and something else. So we had the miniatures had a good variety there.
Yeah, there were several houses we went to. Okay.
Well, as backup, I had blow pops.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah.
So yeah, we had we had to start, we had Three Musketeers, Snickers, Twix, Reese's, a few Reese's Fast Breaks because I'm stingy with those because those are my favorite. And then what else we have? We had some other things. We had a few fruit snacks, a few of the Mott's fruit snacks because not all fruit flavored gummies are the same. Let me just
This is true.
let me
Oh my
share this with you.
goodness.
The Mott's are a little like they get stuck in your teeth a little bit. So Wyatt does not like the Mott's. Mott's are very, very popular. The fruit snack brands, top notch. Like the fruit snack. I can't remember what the brand is, but the one that's labeled fruit snacks, those are top notch. They don't stick in your teeth. They don't gum up on you. The other ones that are good, I think is it Fundables maybe? I think it's Fundables maybe. You can get them at Target. They have like Mario and a few different other kinds. And those are solid as well. But anyway, I got some some Mickey ones, and those kind of stuck to your teeth too. And so why it's also, even though they're like Mickey and Goofy and Minnie and Donald, they're shaped like fun characters. They're not as good because they kind of gum your teeth up. So
what about taste? I mean,
taste wise, they're fine. It's just that
they're just hard to
kind of getting stuck in your teeth and stuff. It makes it less desirable. And so anyway, some of those, I got the Mickey ones because they were Mickey shaped, and why ended up not liking them, so I threw them into the bowl, and so some other kid ended up with them. So anyway, it was we had a good time, but we always started off with the good stuff in the bowl, and so by whenever it came around later in the night, it was like, if they knock it out this year, that's okay. And I set some aside for us as well. And there were like 2 or 3 houses that we went to that had full size candy.
Oh wow, full size candy bar. Those when I was a kid, I just loved those houses.
Yeah,
those were I had to hit every year. Kevin Theme Park Adventure saying hello there.
Yeah. So the one thing we were missing. So we had M&Ms as well. The one thing we were missing was that I like to have also thrown in to the mix is Skittles. And so none of the combo packs that we bought had Skittles in them. So that was a bummer.
I like Skittles too. Yeah.
Skittles. So anyway, it's is what it is. But we had a good time. Kids had a blast trick or treating. There was one house we went to that was super cool.
We do, Ethan.
There in the Wyatt had some. That's nice. So one of the houses we passed had a candy bowl on the front porch, and underneath it had a spinning orange light, like a caution light.
Yeah.
The windows into the front of their house had projections onto a screen. And so whenever we first walked up, it looked like zombies were attacking the inside of their house.
Oh my goodness. Where did they get that?
I don't know. We talked to the guy, but anyway, it was super cool.
Stuff, John,
like there were some skeletons were dancing. Like he had all these different really neat projections, and he had the audio pumped into his garage and had some lighting in the garage.
Man, sweet.
And so he did really well with it, and it was kind of funny. They had lots of music in the garage too. It was solid. Like I would love to be able to do something like that, to project something on the screen, because it looked really good, and he had it synced up with music too.
Wow, that's cool.
Yeah. Oh, it was solid. I would love to know how he did all that. Yeah, Wyatt was terrified by the zombies attacking the house, because I mean it was solid.
Pretty legit.
It was pretty good.
Did you happen to take any video of that?
No, he said that he did it. I think he did it again. He did it the previous year too. And he said all those videos that he had, like cost like 25 bucks. And he found a kind of a nefarious source to get the videos from. And so he did not pay $20 to $25 per video, but they were really cool. So anyway, that was probably the coolest house we passed. And it was funny because one of the houses.
Jillian said she took a quick video. I'd like to see that.
Good.
Jillian,
yeah.
Cool.
It was really neat.
I kind of get an idea of what it looked like.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So, let's see.
It's fun.
So a few nights ago, like a week or two ago, Wyatt and I walked around the neighborhood, and there was one house that had like, it basically almost looked like a cemetery. Like they had like a spooky fence up. They had like a couple of like gargoyle like columns.
Wow.
Cool. That were incorporated into it.
Bye, Keith.
And then a bunch of skeletons and stuff. Bye, Keith. Thanks for being here.
Sleep well.
And they won some sort of award. They had a sign up for the award, but they had like a skeleton that was like pushing a wheelbarrow. They had a lot of lighting up, and so they did a very good job with it. And it spooked Wyatt. It was definitely less silly and more scary.
It's really and it's really amazing to me. If Jeff, my husband, were to really put some thought into it and really think, Jeff is really talented with mechanics and rigging stuff up and electrical. He really has a talent for that, and I've always really encouraged him to do that. So it's a lot of work. Yeah. And he just never made the time to do it. But I know
we'll save stuff for that. Save that for retirement. Ways to pass the time.
Absolutely, do it. And so he would be really good at that. I'm hoping because we love to decorate for Halloween. I mean, we enjoy actually decorating for Halloween as much as we do decorating for Christmas. And so what little we do, but I know that we got to tap into that mechanical brain and get some good stuff out of that for Halloween. So but we had a good night. Like I said, we only had about 21 spooks, which is a little low for us. Jillian says it was funny trick-or-treating because you had Halloween houses and the houses already decorated for Christmas. Oh my goodness.
Oh yeah, we passed at least a couple of houses that had their Christmas lights on it, and they looked like gingerbread houses because of the multicolored lights.
That's funny. Well, that would work too. You could rig that to where you might cover both holidays. Maybe do
there's a company that does lighting on houses that you can change it like with buttons, so you could easily go from red and green to purple and orange.
I'm sure. Now there are. I mean, in Dallas, there should be a lot of different places that you can have come and decorate for any holiday.
Oh yeah,
and a lot of those are pretty elaborate. I mean, you can spend as much or as little as you want.
So I'm not a huge fan of the football player, but there's a guy that plays for the Cleveland Browns named Myles Garrett, and he set his house up to look like Stranger Things. And so he has a full blown Vecna hanging in his like right in front of the archway to his house.
Oh,
and then they were playing the Cincinnati Bengals on Halloween, and so he had and spoilers, my goodness, spoilers. If you're watching Stranger Things or plan on watching the most recent episode or season of Stranger Things, mute us right now because I'm about to spoil it.
Okay, so mute us now.
Yeah, mute us now.
And then we'll wave at you like this when you can come back.
Yeah. So he had Vecna up in the archway to his house, like full blown Vecna. And since they were playing the Bengals on Halloween, he had Joe Burrow hanging up in the air like Max. Was like suspended in the air, and then he had the little pikes that some of the other characters are on. He had various quarterbacks he sacked that season. And then the other thing, he got in touch with a visual effects artist, and the guy, I don't know how he did it, but the guy made a Vecna suit for him, like the headpiece and the hands, and he wore like just a regular tattered shirt on, but everything you could see looked like Vecna. And so he showed up to the game like in a Vecna costume.
Oh my goodness, that is crazy!
Oh, it's awesome. So last year he put like grave markers.
Oh, Mark, that's so cool. Mark has permanently installed lots.
Yeah,
that is neat. What a great idea.
Oh yeah, have those permanently. Okay, yes, one color at a time, but they are super nice. Yeah, so that's super cool. So anyway, his yard looked awesome. And you can find a video if you search Myles Garrett Stranger Things or Myles Garrett Halloween. I guarantee you'll come up with a video.
Cool.
And so anyway, really, really cool. And what blows me away is that visual effects artist never met with Myles Garrett prior to making that stuff for him. I don't know if he like sent the measurements of like his hands, because like NFL players are huge human beings,
right?
Like,
oh yeah, they're
massive human beings.
Wow.
But he never once met with him in advance, showed up, and everything fit.
Yeah, measurements. They must have done.
And so
done some kind of measurement.
Really,
that's really cool.
Really incredible.
Yeah,
he looked awesome
amazing.
too, showing up to the game. Last year he was the Grim Reaper, or the back of his cloak said the Sack Reaper, and with a bunch all the quarterbacks' names on his back that he'd sacked in his career.
People just get really creative. You know, people just are just really creative with this stuff. But yeah, it's cool.
Anyway,
it's cool.
Had a good time with Halloween. Lots of houses done up well, neat decorations.
Good. Okay, come back, guys.
yeah, come back, everybody.
Come back.
There was a Miguel inflatable, little Miguel with the skeleton face from Coco. That was really cute. There's some good ones.
It's possible that now I did not actually go driving in neighborhoods this year to see, if there were any, but it's fun. I know in other neighborhoods, I've seen a lot of people putting up videos and shorts of neighborhood decorations that are really, really elaborate. And I think it's a lot of fun. Of course, I am a Stranger Things. I'm totally a Stranger Things fan. So this is kind of a contradiction, but I always say Mickey's not so scary as scary as I want to get. I'm not a big fan of blood and gore, and more of a suspense, kind of gal. But anyway, we had a good time too. We had
you kind of grew out of that. You're more so into that when you were younger, kind of Stephen King.
I was a real Stephen King fan. And I've been watching episodes of Supernatural on Netflix, which is really interesting. There are a lot of seasons of it. I don't know why I had not watched it before now, but I'm kind of working my way through that. Anyway, let's get on, guys. Let me do.
Did you already do this day in Disney history?
Couple of this day in Disney history. 1988, a meeting is held at Walt Disney Imagineering to discuss Disney's past and possible future relationship to America's space program. Among the 13 attending are Roy Disney, Marty Sklar, Ward Kimball, and Ray Bradbury. The meeting begins with a retrospect of Disney's early space-related projects and moves to the more recent with a view of a space pavilion concept for Epcot. Of course, Ray Bradbury was heavily involved in the design of Spaceship Earth after that. So pretty cool. That was in 1988. 1998, 10 years later, Disney Magic Productions releases the theme park album Fantasmic, Good Clashes with Evil. So I thought that was interesting, especially since tonight was the CM preview of Fantasmic, since it's gonna open again, guys, on November 3rd officially, but we've got a couple of preview nights. So, and tonight was cast member preview. 2013, Aladdin, Disney's new Broadway-bound musical, opened at the Ed Marvish Theater in Toronto. Adapted from the hit film, the stage production will run January 5th through 2014, or will run through January 5th of 2014. I know that Aladdin ran on Broadway in New York, but I'm just not sure for how long. So yeah, I don't remember how long, but at any rate, we have a little slideshow. We're going to talk a little bit, guys, about downscale. Good to see you. Thanks for being in here, downscale. Good to see you.
I was going to say, this day in Disney history, they had a this day in Disney history, 2022. There was a cast member preview of Fantasmic, also known as Today.
Okay, well, there was,
which we'll talk about.
There absolutely
shortly.
Was. That's what we're gonna talk about, along with, guys. November 1st is Disney says is the beginning of Thanksgiving, but mostly Christmas season. So we're gonna talk a little bit about that. We're gonna look at some of the merch. Disney always does, as you know, a pattern. They always kind of have a central pattern with a theme running through it, like they do for Halloween. They also do that for Christmas. It's very different this year. I like it. We'll see what you think about it. William's going to bring up that slideshow. Jonathan, you must be talking about 120. You must be talking about an inflatable, a yard inflatable. Okay, so is Aladdin still on Broadway, Tina? Is it still running on Broadway in New York? I've never seen it. I've seen The Lion King, which is worth a trip to the Big Apple. But yeah, you would know. And Tina, I just for the record, guys, golly, a Phantom of the Opera is actually closing. And look at this, guys. We have Dr. William Facilier. I love this hat. This hat is so great. So we have the end of Halloween here, and I'm Christmas, and so we're like a Nightmare Before Christmas kind of thing. It's a Halloween Christmas show. Wait a minute, it's Dr. Facilier hat. But Phantom of the Opera is closing. It's been running for years and years and years. I don't even know how long. I've been blessed to see it on Broadway at least 3 times, possibly 4 that I can think of.
I've seen it once.
And it is my favorite. It's incredible. Andrew Lloyd Webber, Phantom of the Opera. It's absolutely spectacular, and they're closing. It's closing. So I don't know why. If that there have been some fantastic actors play the title roles. I don't know why, but it is. Yeah, it's closing on Broadway. Shock. I am incredibly shocked by that. Okay, well, let's go ahead and get into the slideshow.
Working on bringing it up.
Yeah,
I don't have the show notes tonight. I don't see them in the
oh, did they not come through?
Email inbox. But I am pulling up the Google Drive, and I was able to go to StreamYard. So I'll show the slides in just a second once StreamYard loads.
Okay. A plastic with a version of the chandelier built in Toronto. They continue to use it afterwards. Okay. Thanks for checking that for us, Tina. Appreciate it. Let's see. Let me look and see. But guys, Disney used to do the whole overnight thing from Halloween to Christmas. They used to just, in one night, there's a
special of it on Disney Plus. I'm pretty sure
Disney Plus,
it's still there.
And it is called Decorating Disney. And it is fantastic the way they used to do it. Now, since COVID, they have not done it. They used to do all of it in one night. That's Christmas trees in all the parks, all the decorations, everything. A massive, massive operation that is explained and detailed in Decorating Disney on Disney Plus that you can still look at. They have not started doing that, possibly because of personnel first one thing and another issues. It's more of a gradual thing now, but they this morning they have some Christmas decorations up, so we're excited about that. And we're also, of course, the thumbnail there, Christmas is starting now and Fantasmic returns. So officially on November 3rd, it's back. We're really excited about that. Some of the resorts, even Hollywood Studios, they did. That's new, Jillian. I must say I'm not very fond of that. I don't want to see Christmas until after Halloween is over with. I don't like that mixture of decorations at all. Now, if you can't get all of the Christmas decorations up in one night, then you can plan that starting November 1st. But I'm not a fan of seeing Christmas decorations up before Halloween. Yeah, it does. I think so. I think it
Agreed.
does, Jillian. I hope they get back to that, and I hope they get back to that. Jillian, I really do at some point once they get those staffing numbers, cast members up there. So anyway, so Fantasmic, Fantasmic is back, y'all, and you can go that next slide, William. And we're excited. Disney has released some images from the new show with the new scenes. It has been reworked a little bit. Brian. Yes, you are at Disney World. Thanks for popping in. We appreciate you.
Thanks for being here.
It's always nice when somebody who's actually at Disney pops in. We're honored. Go to studios on Friday. Okay. So
that's exciting. Have fun.
Yeah, that is amazing, Brian. You'll be able to see. So you're planning to go to Fantasmic then? I'm sure you're planning to go to Fantasmic. But yes, it's Resort TV One streamed it live tonight. If you want to see the new show, Disney released a couple of days ago. They released some new images. They've reworked it a little bit from what I saw tonight. All of the music is the same. The general storyline is the same. Let's see. I took a couple of notes here. They have Aladdin. William, you'll be happy to know.
Yeah. The reason I was late to the show is because I was watching it.
Oh, you were watching it. Okay.
Yeah.
Pocahontas. It's a different Pocahontas sequence, but they do have Pocahontas. Elsa has been added. So that's really cool to see
Moana.
Elsa in there. They have Moana. I won't spoil it. The snake is still there. I will say that. The boats. How they. They all circle.
The start of the show. So the overall integrity of the show is still intact.
It is.
They went a different direction with, one of the sequences. But here's the thing. For me, the beginning of the show and ending of the show being the same. That's
very nostalgic.
Priority number one for me.
Yes. And they did that
because it's excellent and because it's perfect. With the boat that comes around, it's got all the characters on it. Good guys win. At the end of the show, I mean, it's magnificent. It's a masterpiece. The beginning and end of the show, and I told Jillian at a certain point in the show gives me goosebumps every time.
That opening sequence is fantastic.
Yeah. And so I will say this. I wish they would stop oversaturating us a little bit. I realized that Moana was super popular. Frozen obviously super popular. Frozen 2. I wish that every nighttime show did not have to have a segment from Moana and Frozen. And again, that's nothing against either one of those.
Right.
Because
Right.
I enjoy them both. I'm like Jillian, they decided to go with Show Yourself instead of Into the
Let it
Unknown,
go.
which
Yeah, Into the Unknown.
frankly, Into the Unknown is a better song than Show Yourself.
Oh, it is. It's a much more dramatic,
Yeah.
much more poignant song for sure.
And so who knows? Maybe it wouldn't have fit in that spot.
Mhm.
The Pocahontas segment previously had Governor Radcliffe. It had the guys digging. It had the canoes with the Native Americans in the canoes, and he kind of had that contrast of the Native Americans and the colonists. And so anyway, and so man, I'll tell you what, I don't. That the jump scare of the cannon to mark the start of the Pocahontas segment. I remember jumping so hard the first time that ever happened, because I mean you're just going along about your merry way, and then boom, like that cannon fires and it starts off that segment of the show.
Right.
And so I yeah, You're, anyway, keep moving
I
here.
tend to agree, downscale, and yes, well, I've got mixed emotions. Go ahead, William.
Here's the thing. Aladdin is in my top 5 of favorite Disney movies ever. And so you would think that adding more Aladdin to the show would be like, hey, that's great. I support this movement. Like I support this motion.
Right.
However, I didn't. Granted, I'm not there in person. I haven't seen it in person yet. It could be killer, and it just doesn't come across as well on TV. I was not big on Harmonious. I gave it a solid B minus, and I bumped it up to a B plus whenever I saw it in person. Really, I enjoy it. It's a good show. Is it fantastic? Is it stupendous? Is it superb? Not in my humble opinion. Are the musical talents featured in the show absolutely phenomenal? Yes, they are. But the show altogether, the fact that you have to be at certain points of the World Showcase Lagoon to really get the best view and intake of the show really hinders it.
Hey, Amy,
in my opinion.
Welcome.
Welcome in, Amy. Thanks for being here. So, yeah, Jillian said, so you add new characters but still have all the old villains. I would have liked to have seen them as long as they had this thing shut down. I would have liked to have seen them snuck in, maybe Mother Gothel. They do the transition of all the different kind of iconic villains. You got Jafar, you've got Cruella de Vil, you've got Ursula, the Evil Queen, Scar, Hades. You kind of transition through all those. I would have liked to have seen them. And granted, Mother Gothel is a different animation style than a lot of those kind of.
That's true.
But it would have been cool to see them draw her in that animation style. I'd have been for it just because just to keep it all running together.
Right.
And so anyway, I'm not there. I'm not there in person, but in my humble opinion, Stacy, thanks for being here. In my humble opinion, I love Aladdin. The first time I ever saw Fantasmic, I can remember thinking, and Jillian's not gonna like this, but this was what I thought the first time I ever watched Fantasmic. My first thought was, why in the world did they have a whole segment dedicated to Pocahontas? And again, it's funny now because that's Jillian's favorite Disney movie of all time. And so I was like, why?
That's true.
But now that I've seen them plug something else into that space, I would have rather you just kept the extended Pocahontas segment, frankly. And so anyway.
Well, Pocahontas, other than Tiana, Pocahontas call her a Disney princess, and I say that she is.
Oh, yeah.
Technically, is the only other American princess.
Yep.
So, I love to see that because it is so different. It's Native American. It's, I enjoyed those sequences. I thought they were very good, sequences. I'll have to go back and watch it again. I was kind of, getting ready for the show and what have you, but I'm sure a lot of us will be, watching that on the replay. To see, to form a more solid opinion and to, make some notes and what have you. But
that's a good point. So Tina says Rapunzel isn't in the main show, but Belle is, and Gaston isn't there either. Talking about the different villains that transition across the screen. That's a good point.
Jillian, I agree with what you said about, you've got heroes, you've got the new heroes there, but you don't have the new villains.
Yeah.
And so there's a bit of a disconnect, with it.
And Jillian makes a good point too. We talked about this during the show about what new villains are there that are iconic. Tafiti, you've got Tekka and Tafiti, but Tekka ends up turning into Tafiti. So is Tafiti really a bad guy?
Right.
Not necessarily. Frozen 2, internal conflict.
Right. That's true.
It really ends up being like internal conflict and, the past, not being represented how it actually happened, ends up being the villain.
That's true.
Encanto. Who's the villain of Encanto? Family, the family drama. So, who's the most recent iconic villain they've created? And so anyway, I mean, it's who? I'll pose that question in the chat. Who's the most recent quality villain that Disney has cooked up in a Disney movie?
Mother Gothel, and Mother Gothel is not, terribly recent. So
I mean, Tangled. When did Tangled come out? It's been a little while now.
And see, Jillian, Abuela, to me in Encanto, Abuela, I would argue too from Abuela's side. I could sympathize with Abuela as being, not necessarily mean, but she was trying to hold her family together. She was trying to preserve the magic.
The magic. Yeah. I mean, she, quite frankly, she didn't really understand how it worked anyway. And so it really just made her scared whenever Mirabelle did not get a gift.
Right.
It just made her worry.
Rattled her cage a little.
And so, that made her.
So she really didn't know how to deal with it. But yes, I quite frankly, the first time I saw it, I was upset that Mirabelle was disrespectful to her grandmother.
Yeah,
I was. So
I feel like that's one of those movies that, as you get older, the meaning changes a little. As you're in a different stage and phase of life. Much like a Goofy movie, where it's like, oh well, why can't Goofy just let Max, go to the concert? It's like, oh, well, Goofy just wants to spend, and then as you get older, it's like, well, Goofy just wants to spend time with his son.
Right.
Right. So Dr. Facilier, the latest and best villain they've created. Yeah, probably so. I would love to see other people answer that question. What's the latest and best villain they've created? Because it's a short list. I mean,
it is. It is, because so many of the movies, like you said, have been internal conflict or no villain that you could point to. Dr. Facilier was a really good villain. Stacy, they have Dr. Facilier, which was really, really cool, in Disneyland. New Orleans Square is a thing in Disneyland. It's fantastic. It's my favorite area, actually, of not just because the Haunted Mansion is close by, but It's just a really cool part of the park.
Uh-huh.
And Dr. Facilier is skulking around a lot of times in just like I said, skulking around in New Orleans Square. And it's so cool to just see him.
I'm sure we'll get more of him
passing through that area.
More appearances of him as Splash Mountain eventually gets rethemed. I'm sure we'll see more of Dr. Facilier in the parks. Yeah. Stacy makes a good point. A lot of Disney villains aren't even necessarily Disney villains per se. They came along with fairy tales that Disney based the movie on. Yeah, that's a good point.
So do the heroines. Yeah, I mean, it's the early stories that Disney
Brothers
told
Grimm
were based on Brothers Grimm, that kind of thing. So they had actual villains.
Yeah. Downscale says, I want a park that tells its own story and then attractions reveal more about it. I want a park that has its own story, not 100 times we have already been retold. We have enjoyed retold. I could kind of see what you're saying there. Let's see here. I'm going to reserve judgment for actually seeing it in person. I would like to have seen just stick with one extended segment versus kind of hodgepodging some stuff together. And again, Aladdin.
Oh, Josh loved it.
Okay, there you go. Good. Yeah.
Josh loved it. There you go.
So I like that most of the show stayed intact.
Hey, Josh.
Again, Aladdin's one of my top 5 favorite Disney movies, and you would think, me being a massive Aladdin fan, hey, I love the new chase scene, and if you're here, there's a good chance you probably already watched it. But anyway, so for me, one of the most noticeable things was there were a lot of people involved with the Pocahontas segment in the previous iteration of the show.
Oh yes, it was.
There were a lot of people.
Yeah, it was large scale. It was all the way out to the water.
And so what they replaced it with, and again, spoilers, we're talking about the show. Spoilers, they replaced it with the Elsa portion. You just got Elsa kind of, doing her Elsa thing, show yourself. That's cool. But it was just her. And again, with Moana, in the Moana segment, which again, I love this part. I love the giant manta ray, the whole Grandma Tala.
Yeah.
I love that connection. I love the manta ray.
I love Grandmother Tala.
Yeah, I love Grandmother Tala.
I
I love that about Moana. But it was just her and the moving water, which granted, they did some neat stuff with the water as Moana was kind of interacting with it. So
did you notice? It seemed to me too that they have improved the projections and the crispness of the projections. The lighting is, I think they have improved the lighting and the projections.
Yeah.
Because to me it seemed, now again, it's kind of hard to get all of that, on a live stream. It's as Jillian pointed out, it's part of the magic is being there and the atmosphere of seeing it live in the parks. So,
I mean,
that's entirely true.
Fantasmic's my favorite nighttime show, bar none. Mm-hmm. I love all the characters. I love that you see a battle of good and evil, and the good guys come out on top. I love
Hollister, welcome in. Thanks so much.
I love the water screen projections. I love the fire. I love the fireworks. I love the boat with everybody on it at the end of the show.
Sorry, downscale.
There's a whole lot that I love about Fantasmic. And again, it's my favorite. The first time I ever saw it, I just sat there and was like, that's one of the coolest things I've ever seen. And it's still one of my favorite things that I've ever seen. I'm glad that they maintained the integrity of the show. I'm glad the opening was the same.
Yes.
I'm glad the ending was the same.
Yes.
Because
thank God Disney finally heard us on some nostalgia, for crying out loud.
I would have screamed at my TV if they had messed up the beginning or end of the show.
Oh yeah. Absolutely.
I'm not even
Absolutely.
kidding. I'm that passionate about Fantasmic as a nighttime show.
Yeah.
Like you could change the castle
Fantasmic.
show, you could change
Yeah.
the nighttime show,
And
at
they did.
any of the other parks. But if you mess up Fantasmic, I was coming with torches and pitchforks. I would not have been pleased. So anyway, and again, I got to see it in person. I'm not going to run it down. I will say I didn't feel like the Aladdin chase scene really did it for me per se. Mm-hmm. And again, Aladdin's one of my top 5 favorite movies. So for me to say that, I think it means something. Of course they want to add new stuff into the show. If it were up to me,
sure,
I would have liked to have seen a longer drawn out segment. Instead of Aladdin, Moana, and Elsa just kind of all thrown in there.
Kind of thrown in, right.
And so
it was like I thought I didn't have a problem necessarily with the flow of it.
Yeah.
But it's like you said, William, I would rather have seen a longer segment with more physical characters
with
on
more
the
people.
stage.
Yeah. And I told Jillian, I said they should add Mulan's friends.
Yes.
They had they had Ping, Mulan, Ping, and Shang, both kind of doing the training segment. And let me be real, the I'll Make a Man Out of You, one of the best training sequences. It's a great song. Shout out to Donny Osmond for providing the singing voice for Shang for I'll Make a Man Out of You.
And a lot of people don't even know that that's Donny Osmond. I think that is so cool.
Oh, it is.
Susan, Donny Osmond was my sister's era. And of course, since I was the baby sister, I was always listening to, Donny Osmond, Jackson 5, all the 70s groups, but absolutely. Just got some puppy love in there. Absolutely.
Jillian's right.
Do you even know what puppy love is?
Let's be grateful they didn't do live action Mulan. Absolutely. No doubt about that. I still haven't even seen that because I don't intend to, because I've soured so badly on live action Disney stuff. Kathy Hollister, welcome in. Thanks for being here.
Absolutely did. Yeah.
So let's see here. Sorry, I'm checking the chat because I've been on my soapbox.
There you go, Tina.
Let's see here.
Donny Osmond is still my sister's.
That's nice.
Donny Osmond's great.
I liked
and by the way, he has a great Facebook page, just for the record. Just throw that in there.
I liked the new projections they added in for like lava and stuff like that, like the vines and stuff for the Lion King section. I thought that was really neat, and they even added a little bit of it in for the Jafar. So I thought that the kind of the orangish projections they had up there, looked really good. What else? I think that pretty well covers it. My thoughts.
Yeah.
I feel like the training segment needed more people. You just had 2 people, and it's a big set. It's a really big set. And I thought what was there looked nice. Let's see here. Stacey Rogers, the sad part about them having Donny Osmond be the singing voice for Shang is BD Wong can sing. Oh, okay. See, we love BD Wong. He's on Law and Order Special Victims Unit.
Absolutely.
He's in Jurassic World. BD Wong's in a lot he
really is. Yeah.
I did not realize he could sing. That's really cool. I didn't know
he could sing, Stacey.
I'm glad you shared that with us.
Yeah, I have to look that up.
But I think overall, they kept the beginning of the show the same. They kept most of the show intact.
They did.
Now here,
and that's something.
So I'm good with it. I'm good with it. I love again, Fantasmic, is my favorite nighttime show, hands down. I love the castle, and it, as a Disney fan, it's hard to beat fireworks at the castle at night.
Yeah.
That is purely and distinctly Disney. But Fantasmic, I just absolutely love it.
Dane has a really good point here.
Yeah, they could tweak some things. I just felt like the training segment needed more people, because you had so many people in the Mulan section, or the Pocahontas section.
Pocahontas, absolutely. Yeah, you did.
So maybe if they added some more people, I thought that they should add, I told Jillian they should add Mulan's friends. Their names escape me currently. The chat can help us out, but the three guys that are friends, maybe I know they had the dragon projection up above. So anyway, it's anyway, I'm pleased overall.
That's what I've heard downscale.
That's neat.
That's cool. Well, I we'll talk a lot more about it. We'll break it down. We'll talk a lot more about it.
I told Jillian, like, as soon as it was over, I was like, I need to watch it back and do like a side-by-side comparison of the shows. Right. To refresh my memory. We should have watched it. Yesterday was Halloween, so but we should have watched it, in preparation for this. But quite frankly, I was waiting for the third to roll around. It wasn't until earlier today I saw a Resort TV 1 post, and they're like, "Hey, we're doing the cast member preview of Fantasmic tonight," and I was like, "Oh, all right, well,
cool, yeah."
So I was really excited about it. I got a Mickey ice cream bar or ice cream sandwich out of the freezer, and ate it while we watched the show. So anyway, I'm pleased with it. I wish they would have picked one or maybe two instead of three different things to kind of stick in the Pocahontas slot. The Pocahontas segment of the show.
Well, so, and it's the live actors on stage to me that are really exciting. That Pocahontas scene again, that Pocahontas scene was so impactful because of all the actors, because the actors were all over the stage. They were, they were in the canoes, they were everywhere. And you got a full, this huge Pocahontas scene. And it was very, very good. And so, and again, I'll have to watch it again, guys, because I was kind of, getting ready for our live stream and what have you. But I didn't see that. I didn't see a scene that had that many actors there.
No, so. I mean, there wasn't, because with Moana, you just had Moana and she was interacting with the water.
We are, Stacey, big time.
With absolutely, big time. Mom's right. And again, that was something after the fact I was disappointed about coming out of D23, was not seeing any news on future Moon Knight projects.
Season. Second season.
So anyway, overall I'm still pleased. The beginning was still, most of the show is exactly how it was before, and so overall I'm pleased. I'm looking forward to seeing it in person at some point in the future.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Tina, you'll be able to see it when you go. I don't know who else in the stream is going to be there anytime soon, but yeah, it'll be, so you could give us some feedback, what you think, because really Fantasmic is very, Fantasmic is, Mikey, hey, approving the change as a former, okay. I was thinking about you, Mike. I wondered, what you thought. Mike Wheeler's former CM and hung out with, with some of the characters and was a performer in Fantasmic. So that must have been very nostalgic for you, Mike, to hear that iconic music again and what have you. So, But yeah, we'll break it down. We'll watch it a couple more times. We'll make some notes and break it down. But overall,
this is just kind of initial reaction. Since we literally just watched the show.
Yeah.
So
and they may, again, like Dean said, they'll probably tweak it. They'll probably tweak it some. And but really, again, one of the things that made the old show so impactful was the presence of so many actors and actresses in that show. It wasn't just the pyro and the water projections and all that. It wasn't just that. It was all of it together. It was the emotion, the music, and the presence of all those fantastic actors and actresses. One of whom was our very own Mike Wheeler. So
that's cool, Julio. Julio says that Disney's release dates for the holiday filming. So that's cool.
Nice, very nice. Yeah. That is cool. They've announced a lot for the holidays, Julio. Okay, let's go on to the next slide, William. Right. Let's move this train along. The other thing that happened today, there's some big stuff coming out of Disney, was this fantastic popcorn bucket, guys, that was originally released at Disneyland because the Mr. Toad's Wild Ride still exists in Disneyland.
Yep.
But I'm happy to say they brought it this morning to Walt Disney World. And what I'm hearing is, now I was in Disney Nerd Herders live stream this morning, and they did a much better job. Apparently, Josh mentioned it too. Resort TV One mentioned it tonight, that they had done a much better job disseminating this one as opposed to the Figment bucket, because for this you had to mobile order this, and so you mobile ordered it, and then you went to one of the places in the
Big Top.
The Big Top. It was Pete's. What is it called? Pete's something.
I can't remember.
To pick it up.
Yeah.
So it's inside, so you weren't standing out in the line forever. It was handled a lot better. But I love this. I would absolutely love to have one of these. It's so nostalgic. I don't know why they haven't done this before now.
All right. Here's a special message from Will. I need the Mr. Toad popcorn bucket. I need it. I don't want it. I need it.
Okay.
This. All right. Back out of this view. All right. Exit solo layout. All right. I need it. One of my core memories from my childhood. Think Inside Out. So you got the little orbs. So there's a purple one in the little console in the middle where the core memories are. There's a purple one.
Thanks, Dan.
And that's in my core memories in my head of riding Mr. Toad's Wild Ride whenever I was like 3 or 4 years old. 3 years old. Because
the original Mr. Toad.
The original. The one
not
that is now
the original.
Yes. Al and Winnie the Pooh moved in. There's, Al is passing off the deed to Mr. Toad in Al's house and at Walt Disney World, at the Magic Kingdom in Walt Disney World. The final scene to Mr. Toad's Wild Ride, the Disney World, the Magic Kingdom iteration. You live a life of crime. And so at the end of your life of crime, you go to the bad place.
Yeah, you do. You absolutely do. It's and for a child, I mean, I remember that. I remember what that looked like. It was the same. This was the old.
There was fire and little devils.
Yeah, with pitchforks.
With pitchforks. The Disneyland version is not the same, and I didn't know that until we wrote it in 2017.
It's totally.
It's not the same.
They
and so
took it down a notch.
Whenever like in church, we talk about the bad place, HE double hockey sticks. I'm not going to say it. We're a family friendly show.
Right.
And so whenever we would talk about the bad place, I would envision that in my head, like the fire, the little devils with the pitchforks.
It was traumatic.
So one of my core memories from my childhood was riding the Disney World Magic Kingdom version of Mr. Toad's Wild Ride. Therefore, I need this popcorn bucket.
Yeah.
I guarantee Rob Buzz.
More than happy to, to reimburse you for this one.
Rob Buzz, I'm sure has a ride through of this ride. And it's, in the Walt, their Magic Kingdom version. Yeah, we go to the Inferno. Yeah, exactly, Mikey.
Yeah, there you go, Mike. Yeah.
So
but think about it. I mean, you had, Grimm's fairy tales guys were, they weren't, especially the original ones. I mean, even the Disney versions of, Grimm's fairy tales are scaled down some, Snow White. Quite frankly, we didn't used to baby our kids as much as we do now. There was actual evil in the world. And by the way, there is actual evil in the world.
Yeah.
But yeah, so it, back when, Mr. Toad, there are a lot of things in the older Disney stuff that are, they are scary.
Yeah.
There is evil, and that's why you
and
have
I think
to have a good
Jillian's
guy.
onto something. She said that, they don't want kids to think that there are villains. And I think she may be onto something there.
I agree.
And make no mistake, friends, there are still villains in the world.
There are. There is still evil.
And so,
absolutely.
Anyway,
and ignoring it does not make it go away. It just makes you more vulnerable to it.
We have a mention of Jim Cummings in the chat by Downscale.
Yes.
And I will always stop and give a moment of appreciation for Jim Cummings for voicing my childhood. Tigger, Pooh, Pete, Darkwing Duck, Hondo Anaka, and tons more, just as Downscale said. So,
absolutely.
Thank you, sir. Jim Cummings, if you ever manage to make your way into Hitchhiker Chat, I hope you see this video. Thank you, sir, for being one of the iconic voices of my childhood and for breathing life into so many characters that I know and love.
Absolutely.
Let's see here. Let's see. Sorry, catching up with the chat. But yes. So anyway, I
agree, Downscale. I would dearly. Jim Cummings. You would just have to take the smelling salts, for me to meet Jim Cummings. Wow, would that be? Jim Cummings, Bob Gurr, Rolly Crump. Oh my gosh, Rolly Crump. There's a list. I would just have a freak out. Richard Sherman. Holy cow. But yeah, I agree.
So yes, I would love to have this popcorn bucket. All that to say, I would love to have this popcorn bucket. This is our dream. Our friends Jeff and Ange managed to secure one. I think some of our other friends that also live down there, but that also managed to get one. Seems like it was less chaotic. Granted we weren't there, but seems like it was probably a bit less chaotic than the old Pete and Figment popcorn buckets. But anyway, I would love to have this popcorn bucket.
It's great. It's a little bit small. Somebody, I think it was Jonathan, said something about it earlier. It's a little smaller than I would like to see. The trunk, actually, check out, talk about your trunk space. Check out this action. The trunk opens up, and you should know that reference. You should get that reference.
Yeah.
The popcorn goes in the trunk, apparently.
Just like with Mater. We showed Mater off a week or two ago in Hitchhiker Chat. And the back of Mater opens up, and that's the popcorn section. It's kind of funny because literally none of the popcorn buckets they make these days are actually designed to actually hold popcorn. but I'm fine with it because they're a lot of fun.
Oh yeah. And they don't actually put the popcorn in them anyway. They'll
Yeah.
give you your popcorn separately, so
Yeah.
you don't have to like wash out the bucket or whatever. They they know it's the. But this is a great one. I didn't take pictures of the side and what have you, but you can
Yeah.
see how wonderful that is. And this is way this again, William. It's like you said, this reaches way back there, and gets those those feels. And so definitely, they
Big fan.
did a
They've
great job with it.
also have him cleverly photographed in front of the pet cemetery next to the haunted mansion because he has a statue in the pet cemetery and there at the Magic Kingdom.
It does, yeah, it does. He has a presence.
Yeah, I always make sure to acknowledge him whenever after I'm finished writing the haunted mansion.
Yeah, Mikey, if you go in, let me know, bud. If you go in, let me know. Just this, guys. This is a picture that I took while I was at Walt Disney World. Just kind of shifting gears here. This is at the Poly, and this is where Kona Cafe is. And I had not heard anybody. I'd not seen it on any of Disney, Disney Food Blog. I had not seen it on WDWNT Today. None of the news or live streams or anything that I follow had I seen that Kona Cafe was undergoing a remodel. This is the the walls and the scrim that they have up to kind of cover up the construction as they remodel Kona Cafe at the Polynesian Resort. But I was real surprised that this was going on. I don't know. I don't know if anybody in the chat might know. That's a nice tent, right? Downscale. The ETA,
Have a good night, Dean. Thanks for being here.
Or the estimated time of completion on that. Hey, Dave, welcome in. Good to see you. Or not. But at any rate, Kona Cafe, the iconic, one of the iconic eateries at the Polynesian is obviously undergoing a massive renovation because they have it completely covered with wall and.
Dean says Walt Disney World News Today covered it.
Okay. And I must have just missed it. Just missed it, Dean, because when I walked into the Poly, I thought, oh, okay.
Yeah.
Gonna have to get my kind of coffee at Cook's. So yeah, but this is cool. So I'm looking forward to seeing what they do with it. I was just a little surprised because they have some other construction projects that they've committed to, and this is just another one that I wasn't expecting. So there's that.
Yeah.
I'll have to look and see if there's an estimated time of completion on that, but that's the remodel. The next one, guys, is really interesting. We know that COVID is still around. We're all just kind of, trying to deal with it the best we can. Yes, it's still dangerous and it's something that we need to be aware of, obviously. But Shanghai Disney Resort is closed, and I was just pretty shocked about it at this at this point in time. Shanghai officials locked down the Shanghai Disney Resort yesterday, folks. This happened yesterday, refusing to allow theme park guests to leave until they had tested negative for COVID-19. Everybody in the park, guys, had to submit to a COVID test. As Reuters and Deadline report, the strict measures stem from China's controversial zero COVID policy. Officials said they were spurred to action after a 31-year-old woman who had visited the park in recent days tested positive for COVID. At 11:39 yesterday morning, they closed the gates to the main theme park and all surrounding grounds, according to unverified videos and social media. Crowds of resort guests rushed towards the entrances to avoid the lockdown, only to find the gates already closed. Those in the park were allowed to continue going on rides until testing concluded by 8:30 p.m. at night, at which time remaining guests were finally able to go home. Everyone inside the park tested negative. However, the Shanghai government will continue to monitor those people, has required them and anyone who visited the Disney resort since October 27th to take 3 COVID-19 tests in 3 days. So, and it does remain closed. So that's, that's something there, guys. Shanghai Disney. And this is a picture of Storybook Castle, which is the largest castle, in the Disney verse.
They
It's
need
closed
to.
right now.
I still maintain. Let's go ahead and build a park in Texas, and make it. And by gosh, we're going to have the biggest castle.
There you go. Because
if it ever
everything
happens,
is big in Texas.
Yeah, if it ever happens, I fully expect them to have a castle larger than this castle.
Oh, absolutely. Texas will do it, y'all. Texas will do it. And Texas being in the middle of the country with, with a weather similar to Florida's, actually, down in the southern part of the state it is middle of the country, would be the logical place to put a third park. So
international airports available.
International airports, everything is available. Lots of wide open space, plenty of wide open space and land, to put it.
Have to install lots of shade though, because it gets toasty in the summer.
It does. Well, but it does in Florida too.
Yeah.
I mean,
no, it does.
It's but yeah, it would be, if you go any further north, you're going to run into snow, and that's not.
And also tornadoes as well.
And tornadoes, no kidding.
But you have to find that sweet spot between the hurricanes and the tornadoes.
Yeah. Exactly. So anyway, Texas can't even handle the American Capitol building being taller than ours. They added a statue. The castle would have to be bigger. It's absolutely true.
So, I mean, let's be real. Talking about the Shanghai Disney Resort closure, they do things differently in China.
They absolutely do.
I've been fortunate enough to have traveled over there. I traveled over there in 2013, and it's different. Case in point. I went there with the College of Business from my university for 10 days. We went to various places. We went to Guangzhou, Xi'an, Hong Kong, even though Hong Kong's not technically China yet. Shanghai, Zhuhai. We went to a lot of different places in China. There at Tiananmen Square, as we crossed over into Tiananmen Square, they had a security checkpoint with metal detectors, and all the people that looked like me got to bypass the metal detectors. There were 2 girls that traveled with us that were Chinese, and they made them step out of line with the rest of us and made them pass their bags and their stuff.
That's interesting.
Through the metal detectors.
That's interesting.
Again, all of us, everybody else, we had bags.
Skated.
But we were, quite obviously American. But yeah, they made our friends that traveled with us, the Chinese students, made them go through the metal detectors and the X-ray bag check.
Interesting.
So yeah, they do things a little bit differently over there. To say the least. But anyway, that would that is something to close down the whole park and make everyone get tested. Now I will say the coolest part would be to be caught in this scenario is to actually be able to continue riding rides until they've processed everyone.
That's true.
That part would be pleasant. So anyway, it's that what a crazy news line.
Yeah, yeah, that's just
You
something I
told me
thought
about
I'd
that. That's just
throw
wild.
in because I just, yeah, I mean, to get locked in there, you're thinking, okay, if you got to get locked in somewhere, it would be a dream to get locked in,
Mm-hmm.
at a Disney resort.
Yeah.
But this is China. This is
Yeah.
a little bit different ball game, y'all. Oh,
Yeah.
hey, Annie, welcome in. Welcome in. I just thought that was interesting.
Oh yeah. I mean, it was crazy. So case in point, Facebook, whenever we traveled, was banned in China, and so you had to,
Yeah.
basically remote VPN
Interesting.
to throw your VPN to a different location in order
Oh,
to
wow.
access Facebook in
Wow.
China.
Interesting.
And so we had a couple of guys
I see you, Annie.
on the trip that did that. But again, Hong Kong was the last place we went on the trip. Hong Kong, you could get right on Facebook. No, throwing off your VPN. No, remoting into,
Right.
some other place in the world. So yeah, things are definitely different in Hong Kong
Oh, yeah.
than China. So anyway, this is really cool. What is this called, Mom?
Okay, now this is new on Shop Disney, guys, and this is the Anakin Skywalker and Obi-Wan Kenobi Battle of the Heroes lightsaber set. And this is only available for Disney Plus subscribers on Shop Disney. It's a great looking set. It's $375 for the set. So it is quite pricey. And this is something, if I was going to pay $375 for it, I'd like to feel those.
Yeah.
I'd like to feel the weight of those. But as you can see, it comes beautifully boxed in the two lightsaber set. And it's pretty cool. If you are a Disney Plus subscriber, guys, check out Shop Disney right now. They are running some specials for Disney Plus subscribers. And, so that's kind of cool. They have, in the past couple of weeks, also been running a special. I believe it's 10% off. I think it could be a little bit more than that for D23 members. So, definitely check that. Check into that if you're interested. All of the Christmas merch, we're about to look at some of the Christmas merch as well. So that's what those are. So they also still have Ahsoka's the special gift box set of Ahsoka Tano's lightsabers as well. I didn't double check the price on those, but those are
supposedly the Ahsoka Tano ones were also autographed by Ashley Eckstein as well.
Yeah,
that's what somebody said in the description.
Yeah, pretty cool. And those are still there.
Welcome in, Russ. Great to see you.
Good to see you, Russ. Next is the Tiki Tumbler at Oga's Cantina in Galaxy's Edge. And this one is $29.99, which is pretty pricey for a tumbler. I think this is a 16-ounce tumbler, and it has the Black Spire Outpost logo on it there, as you can see. And then it has a lid. It does have a lid, and that is pretty cool. It's a tiki style mug. It kind of has a tiki, flair to it. So if you're interested in that one,
that's neat.
Pretty cool. Next, we're going to look at some of the Christmas merch. A lot of Christmas merch dropped today, guys. There was Christmas merch in the Emporium. I know that Jeff and Angela Diz Our Dream were there this morning, and they're going to be probably dropping a Christmas merch video if Angela hasn't already gotten that up. But Charlie with Disney Nerd Herders was also there in a live stream if you want to check his out. And he went through the Emporium to look at some of this. This is a plate set. You guys know my plates fetish, really cute. These are $44.99 for a set of 4, and they're not melamine. They're actual, probably ceramic of some kind. Next, we have the Dooney and Burke bag We've seen this
there's
in the parks.
Mickey.
Yeah, and now,
I was gonna say Mickey, Minnie, Donald, Goofy.
Yeah,
Goofy's wrapped up in was that tinsel or garland?
And the plates. Yeah, just we're selling plates. Yeah.
And then
it's just those are
Mickey's
cute.
got a little candy cane, and then Minnie's got a little wreath with a bow on it, and Donald's trying to untangle. Donald kind of has the National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation thing going on with a giant wad of lights that are all tangled up. So yeah, I love this plate set. It's really neat.
Yeah. This one is a now I saw this one while I was there, and I love the colors in this. Some of the colors that they're offering this year are not conventional, and I really love it because they're different. This is the little satchel Dooney and Burke, and it is a Christmas print, really, really cute. Of course, Dooney and Burke, guys, if you take care of your Doonies, they'll last you forever. I have Doonies that are over 25 years old, and they still look good. They're all leather, and they're very long lasting. Have a nice hardware. This one is $2.98, but again, when you can carry a bag for 20, 25 years, that's not a bad investment. Let's see. So. So that's and they they come in different sizes. They do have different sizes in these. So if you wanted something a little different, or wallet, or whatever in the print, you can.
It's cute. You got Minnie hugging a little reindeer next to a tree.
Okay, Mikey, but who's keeping score, right, bud? Hatbox Ghost, welcome.
Great to see you, Hatbox Ghost.
Nice to see you materializing well, cousin. As always, thanks. We appreciate you. For popping in there. We are also materializing well after last night and our swinging wake. Now this is a new Loungefly. Okay, opinions. I'm not going to express an opinion on this. This is a new Loungefly. It's in the colors of most of the Christmas patterns. What do y'all think about this? Yay or nay? Yay or nay? It's good to see you, Russ. Thanks for popping in, by the way.
Pretty bold. The candy cane striped, kind of barber pole looking design. It's a bold move with the red and white striped straps for the shoulders. Welcome in, Flo. Thanks for being here. Great to see you.
Oh, Flo. Hey, good to see you. Nice to see you again. Okay, so Jillian says nay on it. It's crazy.
It's crazy.
And Hatbox Ghost says nay on it. Anybody else want to register a yay or a nay on this?
I feel like they're
thumbs down.
I think that they could have gone with a regular. So the thing on the front, the Mickey peppermint, you got a giant Mickey peppermint that's a zipper. It's a pocket. I feel like they could have done something else and maybe left that off entirely and just kept that design, and maybe put a really cute zipper pull on the little pocket, and I think it might have been fine.
I think everybody is pretty much. This to me is too busy. Is the problem with this? You got too much going on. There are too many different patterns going on. If they had at least made the straps a solid color, if they had made the straps red, that would have helped this out. This is just too many different patterns going on. I think. For me, guys, the colors you're going to see carried over into some of the.
I think the colors are fun. I like the light blue, obviously the red and white, and then the gingerbread.
Right, great minds there too.
But busy. There you go.
It's a little too. It's just too much going on. It's a little too busy.
This is the Loungefly for all the grandmas that always have a peppermint candies in their bags.
My goodness, And this one, let's see, this one is $85. So
All right.
And it's a National Mini backpack.
Yeah.
Next is, and you guys know we love our advent calendars.
Mm-hmm.
The Lego Star Wars advent calendar for this year. Yeah, definitely. And I don't know if you can see those, see those, but
I can make out some of them.
These are a ton of fun, guys. This is $44.99 on Shop Disney. I know they probably have this on Amazon as well, but the Lego Advent Calendar sets are so much fun. I did one of these as a precursor to my one of my trips to Walt Disney World. Did a countdown to my trip using an advent calendar. It was like in November, and so I purchased it. And these are cool because not only do you just pull like a toy out every day or a piece of candy or whatever, you actually pull a wee Lego piece, and you get to put it together. So I love these. I love these sets. So
it's a lot of fun. I mean, you can see there's C-3PO wearing a blue Christmas sweater. You got R2-D2 wearing a red Christmas sweater. You got Darth Vader's wearing a Christmas sweater, and looks like fins, like fins to go swimming. I feel like that's probably a nod to the summer vacation.
Yes.
Most likely.
So cute. Oh my gosh.
You've got what looks like
Star Wars Lego, guys. It's so cute.
There's a character that kind of looks like Commander Cody, but I'm not entirely sure if it is or not. You got a snow trooper. You have a B-1 battle droid. You've got the land speeder that Luke and Obi-Wan ride in. You've got what looks like probably a tauntaun there on the top left. What impresses me the most about all of this is how they're able to create these with like the smallest number of Lego parts possible.
Yes.
To me, that's like, to make something like, you could have like a 3,000 piece Millennium Falcon.
Right.
But if you can somehow, piece together Legos to make a Millennium Falcon out of like 15 pieces, that's impressive.
Yeah, I agree. That's true.
Their ability to make these figures mini with a very small number of parts is very impressive to me.
It's pretty impressive. Thank you, Stacy. Stacy says, I loved when you and Will did the countdowns using the advent calendars. It was tons of fun. Stacy, William did the Marvel 80th anniversary calendar, and it had Funko Pops in it. Which was Funko Pop, which was a lot of fun. And then I did again the Star Wars Lego calendar from that year, and both of those we have a playlist for both of those. If you guys would like to watch those videos, we did a video a day every time we pulled a new one. William, you did yours as a countdown for a trip as well, didn't you?
Yes, I did. Russ said was just going to say it's a 300-ish piece set for $45. So there you go.
I really, I love it. Now, guys, I have one. Listen, I have last year's that I have not opened. I have last year's advent calendar. I gave one to I sent one to you and Wyatt, right? Did you guys do yours?
We did the Pokemon one last year with the Pokemon figures.
Okay.
So we did that last year. Obviously, did not make videos for that, but Wyatt had a lot of fun with it. Getting to take one out of the box every day, he really enjoyed that.
Yeah, this is a really good thing for kids. I know Downskill said he was gonna.
And Wyatt has, a lot of people say, oh, kids don't have any concept of time. Wyatt has a very good concept of time. And so if you tell him like X number of days, or we're going to get to where we're going in 5 minutes, like he has a very good grasp on, how much time it is until the next, whatever thing he's waiting on. So,
because most kids do not. Most kids, it takes them a little while to kind of get the concept of days or weeks or.
And so, we were like 4 or 5 days out from Halloween. I was like, oh no, like we still have, a few days left until Halloween. And so obviously Halloween was yesterday. So today he was like, did Halloween pass? So yes, Halloween passed. So now we're looking forward to Thanksgiving. And he said, okay, when is Thanksgiving? I said, it's toward the end of the month. And it's like, okay. And so anyway, yeah, he has a very good grasp of time. So
that's interesting.
The advent calendars are fun.
Downscale wants a Lego movie about the advent calendar that was forgotten for a year by the Hitchhiking Bones. We can actually do that, Downscale. We could do that. Said if you do, so Russ says, what if you do last year's calendar? Will you time travel and have to get last year's presents again? I don't know. I think, yeah, this time travel thing, it's kind of squirrely, Russ. We'll have to think about it. How I love my time travel.
we have a little festive looking Gonk droid that I just noticed also. He's like a
I love the Gonk droid.
Like a Santa Claus Gonk droid. He's really cute looking. And then you've got the Hoth version of Luke Skywalker with his lightsaber, where he faces off with the Wampa.
They're really, these are cute, guys. These are really, and again, it's not just that you pull out a toy or a piece of candy. It's a mini Lego, and the pieces come in a little bag, and you assemble each figure. So it's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah, Jillian said Wyatt told her last week, first Halloween, then my birthday, then Christmas. And so
he's that kid.
He's got a good grasp of
my grandson is gonna be president of the United States at some point and might possibly take over the world, y'all. You heard it here first. I'm just saying. But yeah, go to the next slide there, William. We're gonna look at just a couple more things. Nice. Here is the pattern for this year. Every year for Christmas, Disney does a pattern that is seen across all types of merch, mugs, pens, clothes, household items, what have you. This appears to be kind of the pattern that they're going with this year. And I'll have to say, I absolutely love this aqua color with, they've done the blue before. They've done the darker blue with the Christmas print. This is more of an aqua shade. And this color looks good on anybody with I don't care what color eyes you have, what color hair you have. This color looks really nice on anybody. And I love this. This is the Disneyland, and it says Disneyland on the back. You go to the next slide to see the back of this sweater.
Oh, cute.
And so it's really cute. And you can see the bows there on the sleeves, a couple little rabbits there with the and look at there, even cardinals.
Yeah, the cardinals at the top. It's a nice touch.
So pretty. I absolutely love this, this pattern. This holiday sweater is pricey, as most Disney, things are these days. It's $89.99 for adults, and the children's sweater, guys, you only save $10, is $79.99. So, and keep in mind that prices in the parks are $10 higher than they are in Shop Disney. So if you buy this, like if you bought the adult sweater in the park, it's going to be $99.99. It's going to be a Ben Franklin. So they're pretty pricey. But yeah, it's really cute. Here's the Magic Band Plus. Now this is a little bit different. Again, the peppermint Mickey that we saw on the lounge fly is there.
Yeah,
and
I like the red they've used for this one. I would like to have a Magic Band Plus at some point. Preferably after they get some of the battery issues hammered out,
taken care of. Yeah. I have a confession to make. I placed an order the other day when there were several. I was able to get a couple of different discounts, which is rare with Disney. They only usually give you one discount. Well, I was able to get 2 different discounts plus free shipping. And so, guys, I did order that Haunted Mansion Magic Band Plus. I did. Among other things, I'll probably do an unboxing video.
You ordered which one?
I ordered the Haunted Mansion Magic Band Plus.
Ooh, okay.
I sure did.
I'm not even sure that I've seen that one. So
yeah.
If you have a picture of it, you'll have to share.
Yeah, I did. I ordered it. So so I may do an unboxing when those come in. That would be fun. Just a quick unboxing video for those. Also, guys, we have something really cool here. If you notice, I have a little friend behind me here. Cincy has, Cincy has, yes, my Mandalorian Cincy buddy here. Oh my goodness, he is so cute. Now, I've showed you this before. He even has his jetpack. This is just too cool. Guys, yeah, this is the Mandalorian.
He has a little cape
and he has
look at
he has the Mudhorn
signet
on his shoulder. Side, on his shoulder there. Yeah, he is really, really cool. It's got his cape. And then
the jetpack has the Cincy pack in it.
Yes, the Cincy pack goes in his jetpack, which is just really, really cool. And you can see he's very detailed.
Yeah.
So this guy is available, y'all. Let's see, let me get over here to my notes in a bundle. It's a Cincy warmer bundle. The warmer is new. It's a Mandalorian bundle. It comes with this guy, the Cincy buddy, the scent pack that goes in this guy, and then also the Mandalorian warmer. So all of those things come in the bundle. The bundle is $60. It's available November 7th at 12 p.m. Central. So if you want it, Jillian is a Cincy dealer. If you're interested in that bundle, oh, pardon my goodness. If you're interested in that bundle, she can take care of that for you. It's, again, you order it November the 7th at 12 p.m. is when this goes live. And for all 3 of those pieces, $60 is really a good deal.
Especially if it comes with a warmer.
Yeah, it comes with the warmer. So that's the set that you're seeing on the screen. Right now, that is the set. And is that just adorable? Now, if you go to the next slide, William, you can see the top of his helmet comes off. This is the warmer. This is the warmer itself. It's the Mandalorian helmet. And then if you go to the next slide, I guess it is.
There you go.
It's
nice.
Has the Mudhorn.
The warming bowl has the Mudhorn signet logo in it.
The warming dish. So the very top of the helmet comes off.
Neat.
And it has the Mudhorn signet inside there. So
it's pretty good.
So yeah, it's a neat set. I thought I would throw that in. Thought I would just throw that in so that you guys would could look at that. And this is the Cincy buddy that I have already purchased. But I may go ahead and buy that bundle because I think it'd make a great Christmas gift. So, and this one is a gift. It's a birthday gift for somebody very special coming up. Pardon me. And here, guys, just last but not least, of course, we wanted to look at the Mickey's Not So Scary or Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party. We're going to have to shift into Christmas. But the dates there on the slideshow. No, it's fine.
Sorry, I left you on solo layout. Stacy, whenever I screen share, I'm not able to check because I stream on my phone, and my other screen's tied up with the slideshow. So maybe Mom can pull up the Instagram story. It sounds like we may have some breaking news.
Do we? Let's see. What do we got going on?
But yeah, so we have the Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party kicks off. First party is on November 8th. And so we did the after hours party last year. Me and Jillian and Wyatt. and it was the what was that, after hours event. And so we had a lot of fun with that. The fireworks show was awesome last year. We just had a blast. We wish we'd have had one more hour, at least one more hour. So
Oh yeah, definitely.
anyway, there's select dates
Definitely.
throughout the month of November and December. Tickets range anywhere from $149 to $199 per adult, $139 to $189 per child, ages 3 through 9. So again, these after hours events are not cheap.
No,
they'll run you more than a full day at Disney. But they are a lot of fun. There's really
lots to do.
Yeah, lots to do. I would say there's less people in the parks than normal, but they sell so many tickets now that I don't necessarily know that that's a case. That's the case. Yeah.
Yeah. Let's see. Sorry, I didn't see it.
Jillian says,
okay.
What's upon at Christmas time at Christmas?
Yeah, definitely.
That'll get that. Man, that's a good earbug, just like Boo to You. Both of those are pretty good.
It really is.
Little tunes that get caught in your head.
I can't. It's on my computer, so I can't really listen to it. Yeah.
Tina, I'll volunteer as tribute to go to the party with you, if nobody else wants to.
Well, I'm gonna step in front of you, William, because I don't want you to have to make the sacrifice. So I'll volunteer as tribute for William. Oh my goodness. Yeah. Let's see. Okay, so what is the there you
go. So the first time I went to the Christmas party,
Tina, seriously, girlfriend, let me know.
The first time I went to the Christmas party was 2009. My best friend has a fairy godmother of an aunt, if you will.
Yes, please, Stacy.
And Aunt Deb, every so often, takes the whole family.
Yes.
Meaning, I mean, you're talking about, at this point, 20 plus people.
Yeah.
And takes them all to Disney World for the better part of a week. And so they've got the dining plan. We did the dining plan back in 2009. First time I've ever done that.
It's amazing how many friends you have, right?
It's like this is like winning the lottery. People just come out of the woodworks, and yeah. So all of a sudden, Tina, you've become very popular.
Yes, you've always been popular, of course. But
Jillian, does Aunt Deb need a travel agent? Yeah, that's the truth. I'll have to suggest that to her next time that she gets decides to take everybody. But yeah, every X number of years, she got her law degree, somewhat recently. And anyway, she's been in IT since the 80s. And so Aunt Deb does very well for herself. But 2009, she took, I was able to join with my buddy Clay and his family in going to Disney World, and that was my first experience with the Very Merry Christmas Party. Again, this predates 2009. This predates, to my knowledge, basically the whole Disney Community YouTube thing. I'm sure that there were channels that covered Disney, maybe back then, but we had a lot of fun with it. I remember getting the hot cocoa. I don't think I got a cookie. But I got the hot cocoa, and I'll tell you what, the hot cocoa, man, this is not your go to your local high school game and go to the concession stand and get some hot cocoa. No, and it's all watered down and
Right.
no, the cocoa was spot on.
Oh, hey.
Let's see.
Okay,
Let's see
Stace.
here. All
Okay,
right.
Stacy. Wow! Yay!
Okay.
Okay.
Night.
Well, we were just
Awesome.
hallelujah. We were just
Yeah,
talking
that
about
is fantastic news.
That is fantastic.
2009, you would have seen me in the Christmas parade. Yes, I would have seen you in the Christmas parade because we watched the Christmas parade. One of the things.
Oh my gosh! There you go. There's the connection.
We saw the Christmas parade, and I remember seeing it and loved it. Absolutely loved it.
Man. Okay, so
I remember.
Were you going on adventures with Comet that year, Mike?
Yeah, let us know, Mikey.
I think you were close to Comet that year, hanging out with him a lot.
But I remember. So the one thing, and this is a perfect example of whoever you go to Disney with,
Cupid
may do Disney differently. I remember being like, and granted, hey. I was on a trip, with my best friend's family. But, and again, this is a perfect example. Not everybody does Disney the same. The nighttime fireworks show, we were not in front of the castle. I could tell you exactly where we are. We were waiting in line for Goofy's Barnstormer, of all things. And I remember thinking to myself, this is not how my family does it. And so anyway, I remember I was this is, it took every fiber of my being to not be like, hey, this is not how you do it. This is wrong. We should be in front of the castle watching the fireworks show right now, not at the Barnstormer. Again, people do Disney differently.
That's right.
So anyway, there were lots of younger kids on the trip with us. Some of Clay's cousins, and so they wanted to ride the Barnstormer.
Oh, Yachty's going.
We were at the Barnstormer.
Yachty is going to the
Welcome in, Yachty.
Christmas party.
Oh, yay. Very nice.
Yay!
Hope you have a great time.
Are you going to live stream Yachty, or maybe just vlog it and actually enjoy the party and do a vlog later? Oh my goodness!
But yeah, it was a lot of fun. Let's see. Cuban was 2008. No, that's a correct comment. 2008. So yes, we would have watched we would have seen you in the Christmas parade because I love parades.
I think we saw you. I think we saw you and also probably saw you in the block party at Hollywood Studios. I'm pretty sure we saw you in the block party, quite possibly Festival of Lion King, because those years, Mike, when you were there, were years when we went almost every year. So I'm confident that we saw you. Yeah.
So anyway, I hope you have a blast at the Christmas party, Yachty.
Yes. Yes.
But yeah, it's a lot of fun. I went in 2009. We did the modified version last year with me and Jillian and Wyatt, and we had a good time. I love one thing I'll mention, which I'm a big fan of the laugh floor regardless, but the Christmas theming of the laugh floor, the variation of the show is really cute. And so if you have a chance to do that, you should definitely do it because it's really neat. Yeah. Yeah. We had a lot of fun with it.
Yeah, the laugh floor. Laugh floor is always great. Laugh floor for Halloween is fantastic. So, but yeah, that's great, Yachty. We'll look forward to that. I'm so excited for you. I have never actually been to the Christmas party. This was my second year to go to Mickey's Not So Scary and Jeff's first, and I didn't get that vlog completed. I may still do a vlog and throw that up there. I may still get that done. I've got one that I have to get out before that, but Hope y'all have enjoyed the oh, hey, Cargo, welcome in. Hope y'all have enjoyed the Halloween content that we did put up. And again, if you're interested in our videos where we did just a short video a day and opened the Marvel 80th anniversary Funko calendar, Funko Pop calendar, William opened that as a countdown to one of his trips, and then I opened the Lego Star Wars Advent calendar as a countdown to my trip. So if y'all are interested, there are playlists for both of those, and they're pretty quick little videos. You can go through them fairly quickly to kind of get an idea what those look like, what those Advent calendars look like.
Yeah. Wyatt, Jillian says, Will, that's where Wyatt gets it from. Oh, that's so cute. Have a good night, Nick. Thanks for being here.
Oh, thanks, Nick. Yeah, we appreciate you. Let's say 2006 stage show, 2007 parade swing, 2008. Okay, gotcha. And then you hung out with Comet and Cupid in 2009. Gotcha. Cool.
Let's see. Russ says, last time I did the live floor, I was Mike Wazowski in the story recap. Nice. That's fun. Dad's been that guy before.
Dad was that guy. Mm-hmm. Yeah, Jeff was that guy.
He got a sticker for it too.
He did.
I wonder if he still got that around somewhere.
I've still got it. It would be finding it, with all of our Disney memorabilia. But yeah, he got a sticker. I think it said I was that guy or something like that. It was pretty cool.
How about that? Jerry, the Hatbox Ghost, says going on an 8-day Disney fantasy cruise on the 10th of November. Waiting to see how to decorate the ship for Christmas.
Oh, man.
Let us know how you enjoy your cruise. Send us a direct message or an email because we would love to hear about your trip.
Absolutely. Would enjoy. That'd be great. Yeah, that's exciting. Wow, you must be so excited about that. That is going to be so fantastic. We haven't been on a Disney cruise yet, but hopefully that is definitely on the list. Thanks, Stacy. Stacy's put the link.
Thank you, Stacy. Appreciate it.
Yeah, and so Cargo's in the chat, guys. Cargo does, oh my goodness, does fantastic. Check her out on Instagram. Fantastic ears. She does other things. She is a wizard. A sewing wizard, does beautiful ears and so many other things. If you are interested, by all means, check out her Instagram account and see what the magic that she makes for us. And excuse me, here's William's Funko calendar countdown. Thanks for dropping those links, Stacy. And then and that was the 80th anniversary Funko Pop Advent calendar that William opened there, and those were some really cool. It was cool. I mean,
there's some good ones.
Yeah, and then the Star Wars Lego Advent calendar. So check those out if you're interested.
I changed up the backdrop tonight in honor of Fantasmic. I've got the 10-inch Mickey Funko Pop here in the background. I got to move Captain America.
Cool. He's cool. Gosh, that's a big boy.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my goodness.
And so I got him from Walmart a while back. And so I've been meaning to change up the backdrop. Unfortunately, Chewbacca got demoted. And so he took Chewbacca's spot in the backdrop. Chewie, how do you feel about that? Are you coping okay? You doing okay, Chewie?
I sure will, Cargo.
I don't think he's taking it very well. But anyway,
I will do that. I'm making a note of it, Cargo. I will do that.
I really hurt Chewie's feelings by putting Mickey in his spot.
Yeah. Well,
it's okay, little buddy.
Yeah.
We'll pull you back out whenever May 4th rolls around.
that is such a cool Chewie. I love it. Let's see.
But yeah, here he is. A big fan. There's a Fantasia Mickey also that was a box lunch exclusive a few years
Let's
back.
see. Hatbox Ghost. The Hitchhiking Bones at gmail.com, or we're also on Instagram. I think you're following us on Instagram. Would be golly, that would be great. We would love that. Yeah, here's a Walmart exclusive.
Nobody puts Mickey in the corner. Downscale says, "I want that Chewy."
Oh, that Chewy is cool. Downscale.
Uh-huh.
Doesn't he say more than one thing?
Oh, he makes all sorts of funny noises.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Just quickly, guys, I wanted to show you this as well, and I know a lot of you got this, and I don't know if I've mentioned or not. This is the McDonald's Happy Meal pail. They did a witch and a ghost and a jack-o'-lantern for Halloween. They had these for several weeks, and these are really cute. I just got the ghost. I did not go back and get either of the other two because every time I went, they had the ghost. And then they also had some stickers, which were pretty cool. There's a ghost sticker. You can see those there.
I just wanted to note that this Chewy, I laid him down and he was snoring. Somebody.
Are you serious?
Yeah. I laid him down like flat, like this, and he started snoring.
That's hilarious.
Yeah. So Steven, my older brother, bought that for Wyatt for, I think, either birthday or Christmas. And Wyatt says, "I don't like Chewy. I don't like Chewbacca." Yeah. So hopefully at some point he warms up to it, but I think it freaks him out that Chewy like moves his arms and does.
Yeah, he's probably a little too. As he gets older, he'll love that one. It's really a cool one.
It is really, really cool.
Yeah, it's adorable. It's really, really cool. There was also, guys, just quickly mention a couple of things, and then we're going to get off here because we're pushing it as Jeff is our dream would say. We're almost to an hour. Yesterday there was a glitch on Instagram. It was Instageddon. Did anybody? I know that Dean, the turkey legster, had a problem. There were several people who were actually locked out of their Instagram accounts yesterday. It was kind of a widespread thing, and people kind of dubbed it Instageddon. But yeah, that was a thing yesterday. Most of it was cleared up by the afternoon. I know that Dean kind of discovered his that morning and lodged the equivalent of a complaint with Instagram because, he didn't know of any objectionable content that he had put up.
Yeah.
Sorry for the yawn, guys. So sorry. But then by the afternoon, his account was back. Did anybody else have a problem with that? Instagram's been having some issues. I know in our different mod chats, there have been some issues with the names of the mod chat. Ours is Ghost Host Chat, and the name would just disappear. So you'd have all these chats and no clue which one was which because the names would disappear. So it was Stacy said if I have an issue with my Instagram in the morning, I never knew about it. Slept right through it. Stacy. Well, there are advantages, right?
So you said you got to rewind a second. You said you got the ghost popcorn bucket. That's the same one we got.
Yes, and I did. They had a pumpkin and a witch, and I just didn't go back.
Yeah, we didn't either.
Those, but these are really cute. I just got a hamburger Happy Meal, and then it came with some stickers. I'm sure the girls will, will enjoy those. Enjoy those stickers. It's kind of the lid, but cute stuff, and it's just real nostalgic. They did Patriotism USA.
Welcome in, Patriotism USA. Appreciate your sub.
Thank you. How cool. Appreciate you. Y'all
do an honorary tribute to all nations, but mainly America.
There you go.
Sam the Eagle would say.
Patriotism. Yes. We appreciate that so much. Thank you, and appreciate you
Thank
being
you.
here.
Appreciate it.
But yeah, I don't know if any of if any of you have not checked your Instagram in a couple of days, you might, you might check it, because who knows, you may actually, you may have had a problem, and the problem has been solved, and you won't even know that you had a problem too. So because they did pretty much get it settled, get it straightened out yesterday, I think.
Yeah.
But there was
Jillian
that.
has said she tried to get. She got a Happy Meal today because she thought there were supposed to be Black Panther toys for the new movie, but instead she ended up with Encanto.
Okay. So not yet, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Not yet.
I've got Bruno up here. He kind of almost functions as like a magic 8-ball, because you could push a button and he's got yes, no, and question mark.
Oh, how cute.
So he kind of, like I said,
Well,
kind of
that's
functions.
cute.
Ask him questions.
And that came in a Happy Meal?
Uh-huh.
Well, how cute is that?
He's got a little rat as the pointer also.
Wow. Wow. That is really cool.
It'll be a fantastic 4-hour finale.
Really fun toy. Okay, last but not least, guys. Yeah,
great
Hitchhiker highlight. And I've got to get this in because it involves Ahsoka Tano. Our Hitchhiker highlight, our recommendation for your viewing this week, or whenever, is Tales of the Jedi. It dropped last week. It is a series of 6 shorts. These are like 15 to 18 minutes per episode. And it's on Disney Plus. It is starring Ashley Eckstein as Ahsoka Tano, D. Bradley Baker as Captain Rex, Matt Lantner as Anakin Skywalker, James Arnold Taylor as Obi-Wan Kenobi, and Ian McDormand actually plays Darth Sidious. Corey Burton is Dooku. A lot of these actors you will recognize from the Clone Wars. Yes. Oh my gosh, this is Dave Filoni content, guys. This is Dave Filoni content. I mean, how much more? Enough said, right? To go watch it. These are fantastic. Ashley Eckstein, the day that these dropped, actually did an Instagram live. This would have been Wednesday night. Did an Instagram live and watched the 3 episodes that Ahsoka is in. And it was so much fun because they had added some content that she did not know was there. And no spoilers, but there was one whole episode that she was totally in the dark about, that she was just really thrilled to see. It's the very first episode. So it was fun to watch those with her and get her, her reactions, to it. It was just really cool. They probably are still up on her Instagram, Instagram channel. It was interesting though, because, we take this live streaming thing kind of for granted because we've kind of figured it out. I mean, not that, we're professionals, because there's a learning curve to it, and there are always technical issues or whatever. But Ashley didn't realize that you couldn't live stream the event with the volume on, because it's copyright material. So Instagram actually shut down her first live stream.
That's funny.
Now think about this. It's Ahsoka.
I'm just one of the voices. Yeah.
Right. Ahsoka.
Don't mind me.
And Instagram actually shut down her account. So what they did was they put earbuds in. She and her husband, and I think her nephew was there, maybe.
That's neat.
They all put earbuds in and, watched it and gave their reactions, but it was really cool. It was wrong, Tina. That's what everybody in the comments was saying. What the heck? Come on, people! It's actually Eckstein for crying out loud. But yeah, they did, and she figured, and I knew they would. Here's the thing: I knew that wasn't going to fly when she did it. I thought, oh, Ashley, I didn't say anything in the chat, because the chat was going really fast, and I didn't know whether she'd even see a comment. But it was funny. But yes, absolutely go watch these. Like I said, 15 to 18 minutes long. They're fantastic. There are only 6 of them. It's almost like, and they're so good, guys. Fair warning, they're going to pull at your heartstrings. He's going to drag your heart through some stuff again.
Yeah.
So it's, fair warning on that, but they are fantastic. They're just as good as the Clone Wars. The animation is really, really pretty. My only complaint is they're not long enough and there are not enough of them.
Yeah.
I want more.
That's good if you want more.
I want more. So those are excellent. Tales of the Jedi, guys, doesn't take you. They're quick watch and a whole lot of backstory. Whole lot of fill in the blank backstory, all new stuff. So, oh my goodness, what's not to like about that, right? Excuse me. It now the description again, as it says, it showcases animated shorts that feature Jedi. This is from the prequel era. And of course, the tagline is "I am one with the Force, and the Force is with me." Creator Dave Filoni. So
sweet. Yeah. I'm looking forward to watching it.
So yeah, it's definitely it's a thing, William. When you sit down, give yourself enough time to go through all of them, get your popcorn or whatever, and really savor these because they are excellent. It does, Mikey. Oh well, they shut down Ashley Eckstein watching Ahsoka. If they'll do that, warning, it's definitely a selling point. Downscale. But yeah, they so if they'll do that, if they'll shut down Ahsoka, watching Ahsoka, they'll just shut anybody down. Oh my goodness. And that's with that, guys. I think that's it. We thanks so much for sticking with us and
we appreciate it.
And, chatting, we really appreciate it.
Check out our partner channel, Monarch Moments, Garrett, Michelle, Hannah, and Gabe. Lots of wonderful channels represented in the chat as well. Stacy says there's new Book of Boba Fett Funkos coming out soon.
Oh, wow. Okay.
I'm a fan of that.
Nice.
Let's see here. Check out Stickermule if you haven't already. Check out TubeBuddy if you haven't already. Big shout out to the Live Place Dean at the Live Place. Check out theliveplace.com. Basically a TV Guide listing of family-friendly content, live channels. Check out Dean's YouTube channels as well, the Live Place and Dreamers Empire as well. Check those out if you haven't already. Big shout out to Dean for featuring us at theliveplace.com. If you missed or if you haven't already, check out Resort TV One's video of Fantasmic. They live streamed the new Fantasmic. There's a cast member preview tonight, in case you hadn't already heard. But they live streamed it tonight. Got a lot of love for Josh and Jenna and the RTV1 family. And I highly recommend if you want to see it before if you want to see it in person, obviously hold off on watching their live stream. But we completely endorse and recommend Resort TV One's live streams, and specifically the Fantasmic live stream that they did earlier this evening. So if you're interested in seeing the updates that they've made to the show, or you've never seen Fantasmic at all, check it out.
Definitely.
They did a great job streaming it. And I'm thrilled. Number one, I'm thrilled that Fantasmic's back. Number two, I'm glad the majority of the show is still intact because it's excellent. And number three, can't wait to see it in person.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, me too. I'm really excited about it. Just watching it on Resort TV One's live stream just gave me goosebumps. It really did. And,
us too, Stacy. That'd be helpful.
The size, the size, the size of the scope of that. It's large scale.
Yeah.
Downscale.
It's big.
It's fantastic. It's really hard to capture in a live stream. I mean, we know what that looks like in person. So I'm really, really looking forward to it.
Yeah.
Stacey says she loves your shirt, William.
Thanks. Yeah. Mom and Dad got it for me. Jillian said that she had seen this and she was thinking about getting it for me, but Mom and Dad beat her to the punch. So the Dadalorian, it's a noun. Says like a dad, just way cooler. It says see also handsome and exceptional.
It is cool. Yeah, absolutely. I saw that shirt and I thought, okay, I just went and ordered it. I didn't even, sometimes you see things, you think I'm having one of those. And you needed that. So we appreciate it, guys. Thanks so much, Stacy. Oh my gosh, I'm going to go watch that reel. We were just talking about, being kind of disappointed that there was no a word on a season 2 of Moon Knight, and oh my goodness,
Oscar Isaac deserved to win awards for his role in Moon Knight.
He absolutely fantastic.
I hope we get a lot more Moon Knight.
I do too, because it's really, Moon Knight is different content. It deals with all the old Egyptian mythology and stuff. It's really so we're excited about that. I go watch that reel, Stacy. Guys,
thanks, Stacey.
Hatbox Ghost, by all means, thanks so much for being here and share with us what you think
about your cruise. Very excited.
We're excited about that. Contact us, send us some pictures, holler at us. We would love to hear your impressions, of that. We're excited for you to go. So that's really cool. Jerry, y'all enjoy. Contact us anytime you want. Anybody, if you have questions or comments, things that you'd like to hear us talk about, review, or what have you. Contact us at thehitchhikingbones@gmail.com or the Hitchhiking Bones on Twitter or on Facebook. Obviously, we're on
Instagram.
YouTube and Instagram. We're on, all those. We don't do TikTok, but we are Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. And, comment on any of our videos. There are lots of ways to get in contact with us. So by all means, please do that. You guys know we appreciate it. And thanks so much for the sub.
Yeah, Patriotism USA.
Thanks so much for the sub, Patriotism USA. We appreciate it. We're pushing towards 1,000. It's slow going, but we're pushing there. And I think next week I'm kind of planning, I guess, William, we're going to kind of reach back in the month and do 3 years on YouTube plus 1 month celebration.
All right.
Unless we change our minds, guys, that's going to be what we'll do. So
thank you to everybody that watched in Ghost Mode tonight, those watching but not commenting. Shout out to #Team Replay, Lisa, Keith, and Joey of It's Joey's World. Check their channel out if you haven't already. Again, lots of wonderful channels represented in the chat. Check them out. And lots of quality people involved with these different channels. So big shout out to our Ghost Host moderators for keeping the chat family friendly, so we can focus on the stuff that we want to talk about. And big shout out to everybody for being here tonight. If I missed you, I apologize. I do the best I can to write everybody's names down as I see you comment, and do the best I can to keep track of it all. Thank you to Aunt Susan and Joy. Thank you to Jillian, Kylie, and other family members. Thank you to BDF, Gobbles and Giggles, Mandy Adams, Kevin Theme Park Adventures by D, Jonathan Chung, Nick, Wonderful World of Walter, Walter's dad Mark, Dean the Turkey Lexter, Jane N Travels, Ethan Armitage, Tina DCF, Jillian Bone, Mickey Travels, Downscale, Brian's West Coast Disney Adventure, Amy AJC and Magic TV, Josh Goes to Disney, Kathy Hollister, Julio, Mike Wheeler, Space Mountain Dave Cantrell, Annie Q86, Walk the World with Russ, Hatbox Ghost, Flo Beck, Happily Ever Yachty, So Cargo, and Patriotism USA. Again, if I missed you, I apologize. Do the best I can to keep track of the chat. Let me know if I missed you so I can thank you properly for being here. But again, you got a lot of ways you can spend your time on a Tuesday night. We are appreciative, thankful, and blessed you choose to spend it with us. And we're all excited that Fantasmic's back.
Christmas is starting now.
Christmas is coming soon.
Yeah.
So
And
got,
Thanksgiving.
yeah, don't,
And
yeah,
Thanksgiving.
we're definitely looking ahead to Christmas, but make no mistake about it, we are excited about Thanksgiving as well.
Yeah. So thanks, guys. Again, we appreciate it. And we hope that you have a fantastic week. Hope you all had a wonderful Halloween. And we have the holidays to look forward to. We're in that wonderful time of year, headed into Thanksgiving and
Mm-hmm.
into Christmas. Lots of family, friends, and
some would say the most wonderful time of the year.
Absolutely. I would agree. Absolutely. So we're looking forward to spending some more time with you. We'll see you guys in the streams. And again, contact us, and, we love, love, love to hear from you. So drop us a line and we just appreciate all of you.
Yep. Hope you had a happy Halloween. Looking ahead to a wonderful Thanksgiving and a Merry Christmas. Hope everybody has a great week. Again, I hope you all had a happy Halloween. Very excited Fantasmic's back. Anything else you want to mention?
Looking forward to our 37-month YouTube anniversary next week.
Nice.
That's what Mikey said. It's our 37-month YouTube anniversary. So we'll go with that. That sounds good. That's our story, and we're sticking to it.
All righty.
Thanks, y'all. Appreciate it. And we'll
at the Hitchhiking Bones YouTube channel, there's always room for one more. So please hurry back. Bye, everybody. Have a great week.